Good evening. I'm Spot On Weather meteorologist Matthew Euler, and welcome to tonight's weather map discussion for 24 August 2022. I've got a picture here back from a January in the previous years across southeastern Virginia. This picture is of some mid-level altocumulus clouds on a late January day across southeastern Virginia. So let's take a look to see what's going on as far as today's weather and the forecast across the United States for Thursday, 25 August. Taking a look at the latest enhanced infrared image on the left, we see a lot of cold cloud tops and precipitating clouds at that across the Florida Peninsula tonight, as well as over parts of the southern Alabama area and the Pensacola, Florida area, the Panhandle of Florida. A lot of colder cloud tops showing up on the enhanced infrared imagery. Additionally, we see some enhanced cloud tops across parts of Arizona into just across the line there in the deserts of southeastern California, with some showers and storms at that location. In addition, we have some enhanced or cooling cloud tops across parts of western Montana into parts of northwestern Wyoming. And then finally, we do have some showers and thunderstorms indicated by these colder cloud tops across parts of western Wisconsin, northern Iowa this evening, and a bit of a cluster there on the South Dakota-Nebraska border. Looking at the radar image here on the right-hand side of the slide, verifying very well with the colder cloud tops and the satellite image on the left, with scattered showers and thunderstorms. Quite heavy, too, by the way, across the Florida Peninsula this evening. Additionally, there are some showers and storms extending from the northern Gulf of Mexico on up into parts of eastern Alabama. There you have your line of showers and storms stretching from the UP of Michigan southwest into parts of Wisconsin down into portions of Iowa, and scattered showers there showing up well on the radar across parts of South Dakota and Nebraska. And there's that moisture across the western United States from Montana southward into parts of Arizona, Utah as well. Now, looking at the surface analysis for today, for this evening, 24 August 2022, what we have going on, we have an area of lower pressure out over the Oregon-Washington border that is producing some showers and thunderstorms ahead of it. Additionally, we have some monsoonal moisture moving into the desert areas of the southwestern United States. A nice area of high pressure, by the way, extends across from east central Illinois down through the mid-Atlantic states. It's a weak area of high pressure, keeping things dry. Generally, we have another area of low pressure right around the Twin Cities area in Minnesota, and that front is generally stalling out across parts of the South Dakota area back to northeastern Wyoming and into Montana. And additionally, we have that front generally pivoting across parts of northern Michigan into eastern Canada. There is a 1,012 millibar low pressure system in the Gulf of Maine, with a cold front extending southward from it along the western North Atlantic Ocean, and then kind of bending back towards the Georgia area. And then notice, again, this area to the south, low pressure over northern Louisiana, and a frontal boundary across South Mississippi. This is the recipe for some very heavy rain across parts of Louisiana and Mississippi, and that has occurred over the past 24 hours. Looking at the 300 millibar wind speed forecast for Thursday, 25 August 2022, showing on Thursday morning on the left, Thursday evening on the right, showing some higher wind speeds across parts of Georgia into South Carolina, North Carolina, pivoting offshore over the North Atlantic. Additionally, we have much stronger wind speeds associated with a polar front jet stream located into central Canada and extending into southeastern Canada with these green colorings. The winds are in excess of 64 knots. Additionally, we have a general ridging that's occurring into west central Canada. And then if we look at Thursday evening, we see that we have a good little jet streak there, or jet max, coming through the main jet core. Winds in excess of 94 to 100 knots there across parts of east central Canada for Thursday evening, the 25th of August. And then we still continue to see some winds at 30,000 feet generally on the order of 36 to 40 knots across parts of the Carolinas, heading offshore of the North Atlantic, and a couple other pockets, very similar wind speed ranges across South Dakota into Iowa, and then there's another area into parts of Texas and across the western United States. Looking at the 500 millibar wind heights and vorticity forecast for Thursday, 25 August 2022, on Thursday morning, we see a shortwave ridge. There's a shortwave ridge poking up across parts of Wyoming into Montana, a closed upper level low that's sitting over northern Idaho by Thursday morning. And then downstream of that shortwave ridge, we have a little bit of shortwave troughing going on across parts of the Ohio Valley. Looking at the forecast for Thursday evening at the 500 millibar level, we do see a little bit of vorticity in association with that closed upper low over parts of northwestern Montana by the Thursday evening time period. There also is a little bit of positive relative vorticity across parts of southeastern Montana and over parts of the southeastern United States. You see this blue shading indicating some positive vorticity possible, parts of North Carolina down into parts of Georgia and extending along the frontal boundary there into parts of Alabama and Mississippi. A lot more of this vorticity is associated further north with the main jet stream core, the axis of the polar front jet stream, over parts of eastern Canada. Looking at 700 millibar vertical velocity and heights for Thursday, 25 August, Thursday morning, we see the positive vertical velocity values across the Gulf Coast states from Alabama and Mississippi into parts of the northern Gulf of Mexico, extending westward towards parts of South Texas. Additionally, we see another area on Thursday morning of positive vertical velocity values across parts of Michigan into parts of eastern Wisconsin. And then one other area I wanted to point out is out in the western U.S., in the vicinity of that closed low at 700 millibars. We do have some positive vertical velocity values across parts of Montana, Idaho, and western Wyoming. Looking at the Thursday evening 700 millibar vertical velocity and heights, what we see going from west to east is a continuation of some scattered positive vertical velocity values across the western United States. And then the area across the south, it's kind of dissipating throughout the day tomorrow. We don't see nearly as high values of positive vertical velocities across the Gulf Coast as we saw earlier in the morning tomorrow. But we do see with this shortwave trough at 700 millibars, out ahead of the shortwave trough axis, we do have a little bit of positive vorticity advection occurring across parts of southeastern Canada. We see these red colors. Looking at 850 millibar wind speeds for Thursday, 25 August. Generally what we're looking at are higher wind speeds on Thursday morning at 850 millibars across parts of Minnesota, Iowa, northern Illinois, and into parts of Michigan. Additionally, we have some higher wind speeds across Montana, eastern Montana. Looking at the Thursday evening forecast, continuation of higher wind speeds at 850 millibars in the vicinity of eastern Montana down into eastern Wyoming, as well as parts of southwestern South Dakota and western Nebraska. Another area over the Midwest where the winds are fairly strong at 850 millibars, parts of Wisconsin, the northern UP of Michigan, and into parts of south central Illinois and Indiana for Thursday evening. Looking at the surface wind forecast for Thursday, 25 August 2022, the morning hours looking really good as the pressure gradient remains fairly weak and therefore the winds remain weak. We do not have a lot of intense mid-latitude cyclones at this time, which is as expected in late August. And then on the right, we have the wind speed forecast in knots. We do see a pocket of some higher winds there in western Nebraska, eastern Colorado, and the lee of the Rockies, and then parts of eastern Montana and parts of southern Idaho. And there is a little bit of a accelerated winds there at the surface, and stretching along the coast from Virginia Beach northeastward, just off the Rhode Island coast and Massachusetts coast for Thursday evening. Notice the strongest winds continue to remain offshore the Pacific Northwest, where the winds will be gusty on the order of 20 to 25 knots with higher gusts just offshore. So if you have any boating plans out over the waters off the Pacific Northwest, it will be definitely brisk. Looking at the precipitation forecast for Thursday, 25 August, Thursday morning, we see a cluster of showers and thunderstorms. If you're driving along Interstate 10, generally along the Gulf Coast, it could be a wet go from the Pensacola and the Mobile area, westward through New Orleans, and then back through parts of southern Louisiana, and then even back towards southern Texas. We would expect to see some heavier showers and storms. And then the other area to watch is the upper Midwest for Thursday morning. If you have travel plans along Interstate 80 across northern Illinois, as well as Interstate 39 into Wisconsin, Interstate 41 in Wisconsin. For example, the Milwaukee metro area could be looking at some showers and storms, all the way up into the northern portion of the UP and Michigan by Thursday morning. Now, Thursday evening, we do see some scattered showers across the interstates, the roadways of Montana, as well as over the desert southwest with the monsoonal moisture coming up from Mexico. So if you're driving along Interstate 40, through Arizona, New Mexico, Interstate 25 coming up through New Mexico, you could see some showers by Thursday evening. And then there's that cluster of heavier rain showers from Florida, whether you're taking I-75 north or I-95 south. Generally, it's going to be fairly heavy showers up through parts of Florida, southern Georgia, into parts of South Carolina, southern Alabama, southern Mississippi, and New Orleans area, southeast Louisiana by Thursday evening. There's another area of rain as well that is pretty much in the Canadian side of the U.S. border over parts of southeastern Canada by Thursday evening. Looking at the forecast high temps for tomorrow, Thursday, 25 August, generally expecting the hottest weather to continue along Interstate 5 if you're driving along the Interstate 5 corridor along the U.S. West Coast, where high temperatures will exceed 90 degrees in western Oregon, and then exceeding 100 degrees in some of these locales in California tomorrow, another hot one, especially in the southeastern part of the state with the desert areas. Additionally, southern Arizona, you're taking Interstate 10 along the southern Arizona area, very hot temperatures near 100 degrees. And then from Texas northward to Oklahoma, Kansas, southern Nebraska, it's going to be another hot day tomorrow with high temperatures in excess of 90 degrees, generally 90 to 95 in this southern plains area. And then, of course, Florida still remaining quite hot, 90 to 95 degrees for high temperatures tomorrow in Florida. And then some of the major cities along the Interstate 95 corridor, generally also very hot. Highs between 85 and 90, even eclipsing 90 the further north you go towards D.C., Philly, New York City is getting close to 90 tomorrow, and then right on up into parts of New England, including Massachusetts, with a high of 86 degrees in the Boston area. Cooler temperatures are going to be located across Minnesota and Wisconsin and North Dakota tomorrow, and that area will be located north of that cold front. Forecast low temperatures Thursday evening and Friday morning. The warmest temperatures will remain south of the Interstate 40 corridor once again, where low temperatures will be in the 70s for Friday morning, and then the warmest low temperatures will be over parts of the desert in California, the Palm Springs area, and into Vegas and southwestern Arizona. Cooler temperatures in the west will be associated with the higher elevations of the Rocky Mountains, and you will see some very chilly temperatures across parts of North Dakota and northern Minnesota for Friday morning with lows into the lower 50s. And then in general, we do have a little bit of warmth creeping up the East Coast, up the I-95 corridor, where low temperatures will be generally in the upper 60s in that area. Looking at the surface dew point forecast for Thursday, 25 August 2022, I just wanted to show you where the muggiest air is associated with maritime tropical air. That is going to be located from D.C. down to I-95 corridor through Richmond, Virginia, and then working our way southward into North Carolina, South Carolina, and then anywhere south of Interstate 40 again seems to be that favorable area. We have the Bermuda High offshore with a clockwise flow, and we get very muggy temperatures. We have muggy temperatures from East Texas and Arkansas, Louisiana, parts of pretty much all of the southeast, and then parts of Tennessee and into parts of Virginia, southeastern Virginia as well, with dew points remaining in the low 70s. Where you want to go, if you want comfortable lower humidity and less moisture in the atmosphere, is out towards the western U.S. Look at Nevada, dew points in the 20s, but of course it's going to heat up rather readily. Dew points will also only be in the 50s parts of North Dakota tomorrow. Signs of fall, if the fall is not that far away. Looking at the extended CFS V2 temp anomaly forecast in degrees Celsius, this is the 10 to 20 day period on the left, generally valid from 3 September to 13 September, showing the warmest temperatures in the orange colors across parts of central Canada, well above normal over that particular period from 3 to 13 September. Cooler than normal temperatures across Texas and New Mexico. Near normal temperatures pretty much over the central U.S. to the eastern seaboard and up to New England. Looking at the graphic on the right, shows the 2-meter temperature anomaly and this is degrees Celsius as well, for the period from 18 September to 28 September, so we're in days 25 to 35. Warmer than normal temperatures expected according to the CFS V2 across the western United States, specifically northern Nevada into California, and then near normal temperatures across generally the central U.S., the Midwest, and slightly above normal temperatures from the mid-Atlantic northward to New England. And then looking finally at the last particular graphic for tonight's video, the Hampton Roads, Virginia 7-day forecast, expecting partly sunny skies, very warm temperatures tomorrow, and muggy conditions with dew points in the low 70s. So we have highs in the upper 80s on Thursday. It's dry. An isolated PM storm on Friday, still remaining pretty warm and muggy with highs in the upper 80s. And then dry Saturday all the way through next Tuesday with highs between 85 and 90 degrees and overnight lows in the low 70s. And then by next Wednesday, as we get ready to enter the last full day of the month of August, we will see scattered PM thunderstorms and a high of 87. All right, that wraps up the video tonight, the forecast map discussion, as well as the forecast across the United States for Thursday, 25 August 2022. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'm wishing everybody a pleasant evening. And until next time, take care and God bless everyone.